Welcome back. I am in conversation with Dr. Pawan Agrawal. So Pawanji, you have been an amazing parent also. You've got two children and I think one son who wanted to go abroad to study, but then you had your own conditions.
Yes.
So tell me how important it is in your life, the way you have brought up such wonderful boys, and then what would be your message also to our youth who are restless, who get into these kind of addictions like a substance addiction or digital addiction, or there's so much of restlessness that they get depressed. So I would definitely like to start by hearing your personal story when your son wanted to go to the United States to do his MS.
Ma'am, really it is need of today, because I believe maybe you are or my children, in the whole India, our children are more talented, more deserve than us, but unfortunately they may not be working hard if they are not. So what I feel as a parent, everybody should take care of their children. For example, my elder son is chartered accountant, his wife engineer, but both are teachers because they deserve to do that. They are very good teacher. And then you know that always in every family a small younger son always become naughty and more enthusiastic. So my younger son completed mechanical engineering.
Okay.
He told, Papa, I want to go to US for MS, 2 years degree. I told, okay, you can go, because I was having dream, but I could not go because my father was farmer. Your father is good, so you can go now. But with two conditions. Number one, you will come back, and number two, you will come alone.
Alone.
Ma'am, believe me, 2 years I was continue with at least once in a month I was talking him, because I always guide my children and all the children. When you take the education, when your father is taking care of you, you should not go for any addiction. Means no smoking, no drinking, no touching tobacco. Number two, I'm sorry, no affair in your educational life. The reason, it may not be bad, but you will distract your aims and object. You cannot focus studies. It will distract. And thanks, ma'am, my son came back from US, despite he got a very huge package, maybe 1 crore, but now he is teaching to this our underprivileged children. He is very good in maths. He teach maths. And I come to know, boss, you have that quality, you should give it to others. Last year when he was having birthday, ma'am, hundreds and thousands of children came to him. He told, Papa, I could not got this in US, I got in India with my children, I am happy.
And he had this opportunity to work there for a better salary and for a better lifestyle.
Yes.
But then he decided to just obey you blindly and come back.
Certainly.
And do this great job. You educate through your trust, Kamla, by Charitable and Education Trust, about 5,000 underprivileged children. Now, they all teach there, your children teach there. So, Pawanji, what would be your advice to parents who are actually in some way very ambitious for their children? You can't actually blame them also in today's this maddening world, but they kind of put a lot of pressure on their children to perform, not actually understanding where the capability of the child lies. So, what would be your advice to parents in general?
Ma'am, very good question, and I feel this is a need of today. The reason behind this, I think you and me, if we are good, because of parents. Parents have taken utmost care, but they might have scolded, but they have taken care. Number two, they loved, but they not have blind love. You must be knowing that we were taking a lot of care by parents, but they were, if some time comes, they were guiding like teacher, parent, everything. And what you told, it is rightly, parents should understand children. I know today's parents are more engaged in earning or working. Despite that, whenever you come to close to children, you should sit with them, you should interact with them, you should try to understand. You may not make them friend, no doubt, but you should behave friendly with them. Because today's children, ma'am, see, generation change. You cannot expect what you are respecting, obeying order of your grandfather, father. Today's children giving a lot of respect and love to parents, but they may not accept what we want. So if you want to accept, you should make them into confidence. Very important. Because ma'am, I'm in education. See, every parent expects from teacher. Now my second message for teacher also. Because I feel teachers are the backbone of our country. Maybe any country, but our country. And ma'am, sometimes some teacher tells me, sir, students are with me for 5 hours. 19 hours they are with the parents. Then I tell teachers, ma'am, in 5 hours, whatever they can accept you, they may not accept parent in 19 hours.
Yeah,
so teachers' impact is very good. So I always request teachers, please take care of these students like your children. Ma'am, I don't have 2 sons. I have hundreds and thousands and lakhs of children. Because they listen to me, they accept me. Maybe with this show, I think many students listening, we both, and they may change. So we are parents of them.
We become parents of them.
So that's very important.
Right.
And thanks, you told about that Kamlabai Education Charitable Trust. Ma'am, I decided in 1998 that I should open school for underprivileged children in slum areas. Thanks Almighty God, I started with 13 students and today 5,000 children get education.
Marvelous, truly inspirational. And poor children from very modest background.
Yes ma'am, poor. That too with good culture.
With good culture.
Now what happened ma'am? Parents put into only international, only other activities, only things. I think our own culture is very important. Because that develops the thoughts of children.
And India is a country of culture, of so much of
many things.
Ancient, of history, and absolutely. Very true. And Pawanji, what about the young corporate? Because today even corporates are in so much of, they burn out easily by 30, you see young people depressed and they're always running and there's always those objectives, their goals, and they have to perform. Their performance should always be the best, otherwise they could be just kicked out of companies. So what would be your message maybe for managing their time, managing the finance, having a proper work-life balance? Because I think that again, youth today are, I think we are nearly 28 million of youth are added every year in India, out of which 65% are under 35. And if we have a youth burning out so early, because of this, I think that is disastrous and that needs to change. So what would be that strong message to our youth in terms of at least helping them not to burn out so quickly in life?
Absolutely fine. Number one, ma'am, today's youth must have confidence themselves. They should understand themselves what they can do best. I believe n number of qualities today's youth is having. Unfortunately, many qualities or some qualities they do not bring into practice. They should bring. Number two, I don't know whether youth will like or not, but they should not be after money. They should be after work. If you work consistently, man, money will follow automatic, 100%. वो जैसे मतलब in my one slogan is written in my office, ऐसे काम करो नाम हो जाए, ऐसे नाम करो काम हो जाए. मतलब youth should understand this. Olden days, same thing happening. Number two, you talk about corporate. In corporate, ma'am, one thing is very, I think, practicing ego. Number two, recognition. See, these things are there. You should not allow touch yourself. Other person should respect you. Other person should recognize you. I cannot ask myself, ma'am, you are not respected me. It's your job to respect me. If not, I'm happy, no problem. Because end of the day, I'm working for me. I'm not having that business, how others are doing, what they are doing, how much they are earning. I should compare myself. If I'm not getting sufficient, I should think how I can do the best. If these things comes into picture, I think
the stress comes down.
Now one more thing, ma'am, call about entrepreneurs. Now many youth want to become
entrepreneurs.
Now in that case, youth should do one thing. You should think what you want to do, focus on it. Number two, when you work, you should work consistently. You cannot change your goal suddenly. Oh, I am not successful in 1 year. It takes years to come. If these two things they think, I think they will be one of the best successful entrepreneur in their life.
And we need a lot of entrepreneurs right now. India needs a lot of entrepreneurs.
India needs.
Wonderful.
Because we deserve for that.
We deserve that. So what I could gather there is that you say less stress is when your expectations are much, much less than what you actually aspire to be.
Certainly, ma'am.
So the less your expectation, and when you're working with a goal, I think your stress levels will also be under control.
Certainly.
It was truly, truly wonderful, Dr. Pawan. I mean, I have been so inspired by your life, and I'm sure that many viewers would be inspired today. Thank you for coming to my show.
Before you end, I want to gift one token of love to you. A small lunch at Dabba to you.
Oh my God, I'm so touched. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pawanji. Thank you for coming to my show. And so, that was Dr. Pawan Agrawal, the dabbawala from Mumbai, and I'm sure, dear folks, that you are really, really inspired the way I have been inspired by you, sir, today. So stay tuned, stay radiant, because I'm going to be back next week with another very inspiring person who I'm sure is going to touch your life positively in some way or the other. I'm going to see you soon. Have a lovely week ahead. God bless you all.